Because it's small and narrow enough, it makes playing dual-screen games like NDS with a one-handed grip a real possibility. I never thought the biggest surprise would be how good it felt when holding it vertically with one hand. Whether playing a touch game, scrolling feeds, or watching short videos. Or a quick game. A compact flagship handheld console like this offers you more possibilities for how you play. Its rectangular shape and the feel in my hand actually reminded me of my very first phone, the classic Nokia 3250. This gaming handheld gave me back that familiar feeling of one-handed small-screen phone use. This is the AYANEO Pocket Micro 2, the refined retro gadget just launched by AYANEO. Let's see what exciting new surprises this freshly upgraded machine brings, with its 3:2 screen specifically optimized for GBA game emulation. After playing with it for a few days, if I had to use one word to describe the upgraded Micro, I think I'd say elegant. So how elegantly does it do that? Well, alright, as usual, let's do a quick unboxing. This time, regardless of the color scheme, its packaging consistently features this flamboyant purple hue. When it comes to the premium feel of the packaging, it's the consistent style you expect from AYANEO. After the Eskimo, we see the device. It's the familiar integrated glass panel with a bezel-less design. The black panel looks unified, and reflections add a refined quality. Since this machine is called Micro, its primary characteristic is its compact size, making you genuinely want to hold and fiddle with it. In terms of appearance, while it maintains a neat and rectangular shape, all the chamfered edges are now much rounder, adding a touch of elegance to its overall look. The metal mid-frame is tough and solid, with AYANEO's Retro Remake series nameplate on its back. The matte back panel has a soft touch, contrasting with the cool mid-frame. Its cooling air intake fans also got a gradient pixel matrix design. Personally, I'm quite a fan of the design. So, as a second-generation model, what exactly has been upgraded compared to the AYANEO Pocket Micro I introduced last year? It boils down to 3 points. First, a better feel in hand and better button feel. Second, more power. This time, it got a Snapdragon 865. And third, longer battery life. Battery capacity, 4,000 mAh, over 50% more than previous generation. Let's first look at the improved feel. As a small screen handheld, its strength isn't just being small, but also in its impressively narrow width. Its narrowness ensures a comfy one-handed grip, making it easy to play. Narrow and small also means it's more pocketable. Its thickness is relatively slim, and the body is very streamlined, with no protrusions or extra bulk. All this makes it very convenient for carrying around. Weighing roughly 250 grams, much like a smartphone, it's effortless to carry. One could argue it's the most conveniently pocketable handheld console available right now. Its slender, elongated form factor is ideally suited for pocket storage, ensuring smooth retrieval and placement, which allows for free movement without the worry of it slipping out. The recessed joystick design also means the joysticks are almost as low as the buttons, which protects them well when it's in your pocket. But honestly, despite its excellent portability, its ergonomics fall short. Due to its overly rectangular design, even with chamfered edges, its grip comfort for extended play is only mediocre. It's tough to call it a high-intensity gaming workhorse. However, the button layout and feel have seen significant improvements this time. Its D-dash pad and function keys are now larger and easier to press. The dual joysticks are recessed, so they're not in the way. Even though they kept the side-by-side shoulder buttons for a sleek body, the two buttons are now separate, with one higher than the other. In tests, I experienced almost no accidental presses. It's very comfortable and truly seems to be the ultimate solution for this parallel shoulder button layout. One design I really like is that the dual S keys and function keys are placed on the chamfered edge at the bottom. It's a great use of space and makes the front of the device look cleaner, neater, and better. The D-pad and function keys are high quality, crisp actuating dome switch buttons. D-pad has no ghosting, you can perform special moves. The symmetrical layout with the D-pad on top also makes it more suitable for playing retro emulator games. Despite being recessed, the TMR joystick has good travel, no drift, and no dead zone. All function keys are light touch switches. The lock button features fingerprint recognition. Moreover, each button's unique height and shape are ideal for blind operation. The device's side features an SD card slot, custom LC-RC buttons, and a nav key. Its small body integrates many buttons, allowing for extensive customization. Also, a much praised feature is the return of the 3.5mm headphone jack. Its exterior and peripherals are thoughtfully designed and exquisite. However, when balancing aesthetics and comfort, it leans slightly more towards aesthetics. Thus, I feel this device is more for fiddling with than for playing. Next, let's look at performance in gaming. It finally upgraded to the Snapdragon 865, a legendary chip. Its power efficiency and thermal control are excellent, making this small device a powerhouse, running PS2 games at a full 60 frames per second. Compared to the previous generation Z99 chip, it has truly evolved from a handheld specialized in GBA games to a more versatile gaming handheld with greater possibilities. This also gives this Android-based handheld the ability to play some major AAA Android titles. For example, in Wuthering Waves, its frame rate nears 60 FPS, typically around 50. But playing doesn't mean it's ideal. When playing Android mobile games, its limiting factor isn't performance, but the screen. Because its screen size is relatively small and the resolution is quite low, some UI text in mobile games can become so tiny that it's unreadable. While it might be fine for occasional use, for extended gaming, this device isn't truly recommended. And when you're running demanding games with performance mode cranked up, the fan noise is definitely a bit distracting. Personally, I'd suggest turning off the fan and using it for more fitting retro emulator games. Playing GBA games remains this screen's perfect use. Its 3:2 ratio and 960 by 640 resolution flawlessly run GBA games at a 4x integer scale, pixel perfect with no black bars. This sharp pixel perfect visual is something you truly appreciate only by seeing it firsthand. Undoubtedly, this is still the best screen for GBA emulation. And with a sea of classic games on the GBA platform, it deserves to be played exclusively on a specialized machine like this. Its unique 3:2 screen ratio also ensures balanced compatibility with both 16:9 and 4:3 game aspect ratios, so retro emulator games won't have overly large black bars. Here's what it looks like running a 16:9 PSP game. And PSP games usually have larger UI elements and text, so they're still perfectly legible even on this small screen. So I think it's pretty suitable for playing PSP games as well. This is how a 4:3 SFC game looks. The screen size is still quite big. That's the magic of the 3:2 screen ratio. And now, its stronger performance also brings improved gaming results, effectively transforming the Pocket Micro 2 into a truly versatile emulation machine. Finally, some niche uses for this device. As I said earlier, because of its tall and slim ratio, it feels a lot like a phone. Specifically, a phone with a one-handed grip, which we haven't seen in a while. It's actually very friendly for one-handed use. Scrolling through vertical feeds or short videos on it is a better experience than expected. But here's the problem. If I'm going to use it like that, why not just use my phone? This gets into the question of product positioning. I don't see this machine as my main gaming workhorse. Instead, as a cyber worrystone, it's meant to be held and fiddled with, so the more tricks it can do, the more interesting it becomes. For some native Android games that support touch controls, it's one of the few gaming devices that lets you hold it vertically and control the entire screen with just one thumb. This way of playing brings us to the scene from the beginning of the video, using the top and bottom screen layout to play dual screen games like NDS vertically. It's not entirely impossible, but it only supports a limited number of fully touch-controlled NDS games, such as both Zelda titles. For most NDS games that require button input, this posture works for the display, but you're out of luck with the controls. But if you're willing, you could try this poetic two-handed juggling act to play NDS games. You'll just need to mentally remap the D-pad controls first. Playing NDS games this way adds a little brain training to the mix. But all joking aside, and getting serious for a moment, this particular machine isn't truly ideal for playing dual-screen game platforms. The game screen becomes far too small when displayed horizontally. However, for certain vertical scrolling arcade shooters, this grip configuration is quite perfect. You can easily customize the buttons, mapping the lower right joystick for movement, and then you're ready to play. Alright, let's wrap things up. Overall, this AYANEO Pocket Micro 2 is a fully upgraded, refined retro gadget. It might not be for everyone, but it has a very distinct personality and an elegant vibe. The device is available now, and the price is shown here. It's safe to say it's not a machine focused on value for money. Its use case is quite niche and specific. So then, would you be interested in this machine? Okay, that's all for this video. If you're interested, feel free to like, subscribe, and follow. See you next time. Bye!